Welcome to my show, simply entitled Women Influencers, where you will find inspirational stories of successful women in business. I am Veronica Malalas, CCIM, founder and CEO of the Capstrata Group of companies, providing commercial real estate development, brokerage, and property management services in the greater Orlando area. This week, we have another installment of the compiled questions that my guests have asked me in the past. Here are clips from the episodes of Cindy Carrillo, Josie Correa, and Michelle Fraser. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe below. I welcome your comments and please share with someone who can benefit from this podcast.
I would love to know, how have you embraced change in your life?
Great question, Cindy, and thank you, because that is really something that is a question that I could not only speak for myself, but for most immigrants. You see, when you're an immigrant and you move to another country from your homeland, you have no choice because change is just in front of you. It's right in your face. And I think that for some people that have lived in their own home for all of their lives, I think maybe the fear of change might be just as big. But for immigrants, we have no choice.
Yeah.
We have no choice.
True.
And so I myself automatically had to figure out very quickly how to settle ourselves in, to be able to build a new network, and also to keep reassessing ourselves to see how we can keep moving forward. And that's how I think we become unique in that sense, is because we have that drive that most don't have.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that question a lot, because that actually points to the uniqueness of people like me who are immigrants in this country, and also immigrants to other countries.
Sure.
There is that change that you have no choice but to do something, right, about intentionally, because you keep reassessing. You keep thinking to yourself, how am I going to move forward? You keep thinking to yourself, how am I going to meet the next person that's going to make a difference in my life?
Yep.
So, Veronica, if you weren't in commercial real estate doing what you're doing today, what other job or what other career are you passionate about and would have gone down that road potentially?
Well, thank you for that question. And let me tell you, that's one that stumped me because I'm so focused on commercial real estate. I really love it. And I've been doing it for 20 years, 10 years,
Wow.
20 years in real estate, 10 years in commercial real estate. And it's been very good to me. But if there was another career that I would probably consider, and it's funny because I've already shared this with you earlier before I hit the record button. My father was a CPA attorney in the Philippines. He held some very high positions in our
Amazing.
in our government. And my sisters, now that we're, in our 60s, would sometimes tell me, you should have been an attorney like dad. So I think that was something that probably I would have considered if somehow rather the path was there for me. I'm an immigrant. So I moved from the Philippines when I was already 27 years old. So
Wow.
I had to rebuild my whole network. And so just
Amazing.
that took a lot of effort and a lot of time and resources for me to be able to build my local network. And of course, thankfully, I have a great family. So I don't think I was really thinking about, that sort of avenue to go into law school. But I probably would have, and I probably would have been good at it. So
I'm sure you would have.
that's a very interesting question. Nobody has ever asked me that.
If you could turn back time, what piece of advice would you give your younger self?
Well, thank you for the question. And certainly at my age, sometimes I look back and think, how could I have done it better as far as my journey? And my answer to that would be that I would tell my younger self to learn soft skills early in my career. And I say that because I think that in the beginning, I was certainly lacking in soft skills. I'm a high analytical person. So I'm very matter of factly, as a matter of fact, sometimes I think my personality can come across as quite cold. And I realized later on, after many leadership academies and really figuring out how to develop my own leadership style, that soft skills or having soft skills really do matter in the management of people and in the management of your business, especially when you're in customer relations and that good stuff. So I really believe that if I had concentrated or at least devoted some time into developing my soft skills as a young person, I probably would have had better outcomes. Not that my outcomes are not good. I just think that I probably could have had a better advantage, especially in leadership of people and just familial relationships too. So that's the piece of advice that I would give my young self.